this first team. I kind of feel bad for this team, but then again, I can't say that I really do because I said that this was going to happen. But we're going to go ahead and talk about them. So, for starters, this team started in 1933. This is an NFL team, by the way. Started in 1933. Winningest head coach is Andy Reid, who has a record of 130 and 93 and one in this history with them. They only have one Super Bowl title, which is in 2018. Record going into this season altogether, from their team history is 613 wins, 630 losses, and 27 ties. Post their playoff record is dead even at 25-25. The most career yards rushing is from LaShawn McCoy, who has about almost 7,000 rush yards in his career. Most career passing yards is Donovan McNabb, 32,873 yards passing. Most career catches is from Harold Carmichael with 589 catches. He played from 1971 to 1983. Most career sacks is from, the legend, Reggie White, from 1985 to 1992. Most career interceptions, they got some well-known players. You got Eric Allen, Bill Bradley, and Brian Dawkins. Everybody know who Brian Dawkins is. B-Dawg. He was a beast. Most career points is one of the best kickers of all time, David Akers. And the current team owner is Jeffrey Lurie. So if you don't know who I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I'm not putting the entire team into the doghouse. I can take them out. So it's official, Teddy? Is it official? Well, I don't see it right now. It ain't here yet, Teddy. So until I get it, until I see it, I ain't doing that. But yeah, you're right. You're right, Carl. I'm not letting up. I ain't letting up because it's time to knock these boys out. So let me tell you why I put the Philadelphia Eagles up here. Because it's not the entire team, but I got to talk about this defense, man. So they've played 12 games this year. 9 of those 12 games, they've allowed 20 plus. 5 of those games, they've allowed over 25 plus. Now, they only have 2 losses in the season. Of course, they had one against the New York Jets, and then they got blown out at home to my San Francisco 49ers. So, we got to talk about this. They've allowed 30 points twice to the Commanders. They allowed 34 points to the Buffalo Bills. And then, San Francisco went in there dressed in all black, went to make some bird stew, made some eagle wings with mumbo sauce. We had a whole barbecue up in there and beat them boys 42-19 in their home. But let's talk about how bad this defense has been all season long. So right now, they are currently ranked 29th in the league in yards per game, allowing over 260 yards per game. They are 24th in points allowed, allowing 24 points per game. As you can see, I just mentioned that. That's 260 passing yards allowed per game. Altogether, they've allowed 27 touchdowns through passing touchdowns all season long. The best thing about this defense is they're 4th in rushing defense, only allowing 90.3 yards per game. Their overall defense is 22nd in the league, allowing 350 yards per game, and their defense has allowed 36 touchdowns all season long. So it's not really looking good for their defense. And if we understand about the Eagles, their bread and butter last year was the pass defense. That pass defense was one of the best things that they had last year. They had all these sacks. They had over 80 sacks as a team last year. So they were pretty much doing whatever they wanted when it came. You had Hassan Reddick. I think they had 4 or 5 guys that had over 10 sacks. And we thought that I won't say we all thought, but we at least thought it would still be pretty good. But the only person in their defensive line they really lost was Javon Hargrave, who went to San Francisco. But they went and drafted Jalen Carter out of Georgia. They went and drafted Nolan Smith out of Georgia. And then they had Davis that they got from Georgia last year, Jordan Davis. So it's not like they had pieces on their defensive line that we thought was going to be bad. But we didn't think it was going to be like this. You still got Darius Slay. I know C.J. Gardner-Johnson is gone. They've had some injuries in that defense, but you went and traded for Kevin Byard, who has been one of the most consistent and best safeties in the league the last few seasons. You still got Darius Slay, but he has not looked Darius Slay-ish this year. He's been getting cooked a few times this year. I know in some of those passes on Sunday, it was really not much he could do with BA. Now, I'm not saying BA torched him all game, but you can see that BA was able to get him a few times in that game. And then James Bradbury, Debo has said this last offseason, Bradbury's trash. Now, to Bradbury's credit, he actually didn't play that bad on Sunday. But overall, this team defense, they allowed 314 yards through the air from Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy had one of his best games. He had 314 yards. He had a great completion percentage. Right now, he leads the league completion percentage, QBR, and quarterback rating. So, Eagles defense, I don't know what's up, man. I expected a lot more. You got an opportunity to prove that again this Sunday when you go when you play the Cowboys in Dallas on Sunday night. So we're all going to be able to see it. So let's see exactly what happens. I would say that you should expect to win after you get demolished like that at home, but we don't know. We don't know. Yep. You let Mac Jones throw for 300 yards. He has not done that very often this year. Baker Mayfield, even though they only scored 11 points in that game, he looked pretty good throughout the game, in moments. So I don't know what's up. Josh Allen, who leads the league in interceptions, put 34 points on you. Josh Allen is a really good quarterback, one of the best in the league. But we all know he turns the ball over a lot. Sam Howell had 2 of his best games against this defense. I mean, Sam Howell does lead the league in passing yards, but, the Commanders aren't that good. Offense has improved this year. But you're the defending NFC champions. You represented the NFC in the Super Bowl. I don't think you should be playing this bad on your defense. So I'm expecting you to improve this. And if not, then you always have a home in the doghouse. So, Eagles, I just got to say one last thing. And another thing. My guy, you in the doghouse. So, welcome to the doghouse. But, you are 10-2 right now. You're still top in the NFC right now, but you just got to take care of business. Take care of business Sunday. You still got the number 1 seed, but if not, San Francisco takes that spot. So we'll see. You got an opportunity to continue to keep winning, but you didn't look good on Sunday when you were supposed to be the best team in the NFL. So let's just say that you now know that San Francisco is better than you.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.